Hey, Cowboys Nation, this is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team, the NFL's recent acknowledgement of an error that led to the Dallas Cowboys regaining a crucial championship has sent shockwaves throughout the football world. And you can almost feel the electricity buzzing through the streets of Dallas right now. Fans have been waiting years, enduring heartbreak after heartbreak, watching their team come so close to glory only to be denied by controversial calls or inexplicable decisions. This moment feels almost cinematic, like a storyline written for the ages, where justice, finally, catches up with the Cowboys. The emotional impact on the locker room cannot be overstated. Imagine the veterans, the seasoned players who have carried the weight of so many near misses, now being told that their perseverance has finally paid off in a way that validates every sacrifice they've made. Rookie players, too, are suddenly part of a legacy that feels larger than life, infused with a historical significance that goes beyond any ordinary victory. Analysts are already predicting a ripple effect, where this reinstated title could redefine the trajectory of the franchise, boosting morale, energizing fan engagement, and even influencing off-season strategies in ways that were previously unimaginable. Every corner of the city seems to be buzzing, and the narrative of the Cowboys as underdogs who ultimately triumph has suddenly been rewritten, with a flourish of dramatic justice that leaves everyone breathless. The implications of the NFL's reversal go far beyond the simple act of returning a trophy. It signals a potential turning point for the Cowboys' identity as a team and as a brand. Players who had been questioning their own potential and the fairness of the league now have a renewed sense of purpose. A tangible reminder that their hard work and talent are recognized, even if belatedly. The coaching staff, long scrutinized for decisions that might have cost them crucial games, are suddenly vindicated, and this vindication could alter the dynamics within the team itself. Imagine training sessions, now charged with a newfound intensity, where every play, every drill, carries the weight of both history and opportunity. Fans, who have suffered through years of frustration, now feel a resurgence of pride that could transform attendance, merchandise sales, and social media engagement, essentially re-energizing the entire ecosystem surrounding the franchise. Rumors are already swirling about how this renewed momentum might influence player recruitment, contract negotiations, and even the strategy of opponents who now must reckon with a Cowboys team that feels untouchable and historically validated. The psychology of sports, often underestimated, is on full display here, demonstrating how a single ruling, even months or years after the fact, can reshape confidence, cohesion, and ambition across an entire organization. Inside the Cowboys locker room, whispers of destiny mingle with cautious optimism as players process what this reinstated title truly means. Veterans speak in hushed tones about missed opportunities and the bitter lessons of seasons past, while younger teammates, seeing legends finally honored, absorb the story as part of their own education in resilience and perseverance. Coaches, knowing the delicate balance of egos and motivation, are already strategizing ways to channel this emotional wave into on-field performance, mindful that momentum, once sparked, must be carefully nurtured to translate into tangible results. The media narrative, always hungry for drama, is spinning this story into a saga of redemption, positioning the Cowboys not just as a team that won a title, but as a symbol of justice prevailing in a league often criticized for inconsistency. Social media platforms are aflame with speculation, memes, and emotional tributes, reflecting a fandom that feels validated in ways words can scarcely capture. Analysts debate endlessly whether this psychological boost could carry the Cowboys through upcoming seasons with a level of dominance previously unrealized. Imagining a scenario where confidence, legacy, and expectation converge into a force that opponents will find nearly impossible to contain. The atmosphere around the team is charged with anticipation, with every meeting, practice, and media appearance now carrying the subtle weight of historical vindication that has the potential to reshape both perception and performance in ways nobody dared imagine. Off the field, the ripple effects of the NFL's correction are equally significant, touching everything from sponsorship deals to citywide morale. Local businesses, already benefiting from the Cowboys' immense popularity, now see the prospect of increased fan engagement translating directly into revenue as fans eager to celebrate the long-awaited recognition flood bars, restaurants, and merchandise outlets with renewed enthusiasm. City officials, who often tie local pride to sports achievement, can leverage this moment to further promote Dallas as a hub of energy, passion, and cultural identity intertwined with football history, economically, socially, and culturally. The reinstatement of this championship title acts as a catalyst, inspiring narratives of triumph, justice, and community resilience that extend far beyond the stadium. Even within the league, conversations are shifting, as executives and team owners take note of how powerful a single acknowledgement can be in altering a team's trajectory and fan perception. The Cowboys story, once viewed through the lens of frustration and near misses, is now being recast as a saga of rightful recognition. One that will be cited for years as an example of how legacy, effort, and patience can finally align with institutional fairness. Fans across the nation, and even internationally, are tuning in, discussing what it means for the broader perception of the NFL and the potential ripple effects across rival teams, whose strategies and narratives may now be influenced by a resurgent, historically validated Cowboys franchise. Speculation about future seasons is reaching fever pitch, with pundits suggesting that the reinstated title could redefine the team's approach to player acquisitions, game planning, and even the management of public relations. Confidence, when properly harnessed, is a game changer. And the Cowboys now have it in abundance, carrying with them not only the weight of renewed pride, but also a psychological advantage over rivals who must now contend with a team that feels, in many ways, untouchable. Rumors of possible trades, contract renewals, and strategic pivots are already dominating sports talk shows, as insiders debate how to capitalize on this unique moment of momentum. This isn't just about a trophy being returned, it's about a shift in identity, a reassertion of relevance, and an assertion that the Cowboys are once again a force to be reckoned within a league that respects history and vindication alike. Fans, energized by the news, are planning celebrations, fantasy leagues are recalibrating, and the entire narrative of the NFL season is being rewritten to accommodate the dramatic return of glory to Dallas. Analysts argue that this emotional and psychological boost might translate into extraordinary performance streaks as players now operate under a renewed sense of purpose, carrying both the weight of history and the exhilaration of validation into every play, every huddle, and every critical moment of competition. Ultimately, this decision by the NFL has transformed more than just the Cowboys trophy case. It has rewritten the emotional and narrative fabric surrounding the team, creating a story that blends justice, resilience, and reinvigoration. Fans, players, coaches, and city officials alike are now participants in a saga that feels epic in scale. A narrative that will be dissected, celebrated, and remembered for decades. The Cowboys, long viewed as a team of near misses and heartbreaks, are suddenly cast in the role of victors finally recognized. A transformation that carries with it not just pride, but opportunity, momentum, and a psychological edge that could define seasons to come. The league itself, by acknowledging the error, demonstrates a rare commitment to fairness that fans are quick to note, adding another layer of intrigue and validation to the story. Every interview, practice session, and media commentary is now infused with an undertone of destiny fulfilled, and speculation runs rampant about how this renewed morale might impact rivalries, draft strategies, and even the long-term culture of the franchise. What was once a narrative of frustration is now a tale of triumph, one that invigorates players, fans, and the city itself, proving that history, though sometimes delayed, has a remarkable way of catching up to those who earn it. Rumors are already swirling about potential player acquisitions that could capitalize on this sudden surge of momentum for the Dallas Cowboys, as agents, scouts, and team executives quietly strategize about how to transform psychological advantage into tangible dominance on the field. Some insiders suggest that the team may now have the bargaining power to lure elite free agents who previously hesitated, drawn not only by the prestige of a championship-winning franchise, but also by the narrative of vindication that surrounds the organization. Discussions about positional upgrades, depth chart restructuring, and even unconventional trade proposals are reportedly accelerating behind closed doors, fueled by a sense that history is now firmly on the Cowboys' side. Analysts speculate that coaches may use this unique window to experiment with new offensive schemes or defensive formations, leveraging both veteran experience and youthful energy in ways that could redefine the team's identity. Fans are ecstatic, envisioning a roster bolstered by strategic reinforcements and united under the banner of a legacy restored. Social media conversations suggest that this perception of inevitability of a team operating under a powerful psychological high may even influence opponents before the first whistle blows, as rival teams recalibrate expectations and game plans in response to what they see as a Cowboys franchise rejuvenated, historically validated, and brimming with both talent and confidence. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. The psychological boost from reclaiming a championship cannot be overstated, as players are reportedly entering the locker room with a renewed sense of purpose and identity that could redefine internal dynamics and team culture. Veteran leaders, once frustrated by near misses, now appear emboldened to mentor younger teammates with renewed authority, emphasizing lessons learned from perseverance and resilience. Meanwhile, rookies and second-year players are absorbing the significance of this moment, understanding that they are part of a team whose history has finally aligned with fairness, a realization that can inspire extraordinary commitment and focus. Coaches are reportedly emphasizing mental toughness and consistency, believing that the momentum generated by this reinstated title could translate into sustained excellence if nurtured correctly. Sports psychologists consulted by the team suggest that the validation of effort and recognition of historical merit can dramatically improve focus, reduce anxiety under pressure, and foster cohesion across all positions. The combination of morale, legacy, and competitive drive is creating an environment where every practice, game plan, and meeting carries historical weight. And insiders suggest that this heightened mindset may be the hidden ingredient that allows the Cowboys to dominate rivals who underestimate the impact of psychological momentum in professional sports. Speculation about strategy adjustments has become a central topic in sports circles, with pundits analyzing how this psychological edge might influence offensive aggression, defensive resilience, and special teams performance. Some suggest that the coaching staff, empowered by the validation of a reinstated title, may be more willing to implement innovative plays or take calculated risks during critical moments of competition. This could involve aggressive fourth-down decisions, unconventional formations, or tailored matchups designed to exploit opponent weaknesses with surgical precision. Analysts highlight that a team operating under renewed confidence often executes complex schemes more effectively because players trust both their preparation and each other to a degree rarely seen under normal circumstances. The ripple effect of such strategic evolution could extend beyond a single season, potentially reshaping the Cowboys' approach to game planning, practice intensity, and opponent scouting for years to come. Rumors of experimental plays, both on offense and defense, are already sparking debates among fans and commentators alike, as the anticipation of a Cowboys team emboldened by historical vindication adds layers of unpredictability and excitement to upcoming matchups. This narrative reinforces the idea that reclaiming a title is not just symbolic, but operational, potentially influencing the very way football is played and understood around the franchise. Off-field speculation is equally intense, as market analysts and sponsors are reportedly recalibrating their relationship with the Cowboys to leverage this surge in public attention and engagement. Merchandise sales, fan experiences, and sponsorship activation strategies are all being reviewed under the lens of heightened enthusiasm, with executives envisioning campaigns that celebrate resilience, justice, and historical vindication. Local businesses anticipate a sustained influx of fans eager to participate in celebrations, while city authorities recognize the cultural impact of a franchise whose narrative has now shifted from disappointment to triumph. Media outlets are also adjusting their coverage, framing every Cowboys game with the narrative of legacy, opportunity, and renewed dominance, which in turn amplifies public interest and engagement across digital platforms. Rumors of collaborations, special events, and citywide promotions hint at a broader strategy to capitalize on the emotional high that accompanies a reinstated championship. Even rival franchises appear to be reassessing their strategies, not merely in terms of on-field competition, but also in relation to branding, fan engagement, and market positioning. As the Cowboys' resurgence sets a standard for combining sporting excellence with narrative power and cultural relevance. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.